So I made 5 little panels of this rose pattern. And David is lovingly putting them together into a cube. He's using this really awesome box jig, thank you. And look at how that helps the cube to go together, because you can just lean it against the sides there and make that awesome cube. So what he's doing is putting some flux inside there, and that inside, you want to make sure it gets cleaned very well, because it'll be hard to get inside. Of course, this time I'm not going to put a top and a bottom on like I did for the first cube, so at least we can get in through the bottom this time. And make sure when you're putting this together that all the roses are facing the right way.
That they're not upside down.
And that they're not upside down, exactly. And you can tell which side is outward because of the
bevel.
The bevel is facing out. See if I can get in here. And I see he's not putting one side on top of the other, but he's letting them match. The points are matching right up against each other. And this is the last side he has to put together, and so it's kind of crucial that they match up. So another thing you want to be careful of is to make sure that they're all the right length.
Height.
And height, thank you.
Okay, now I think
3D projects are always a little more tricky. A lot of times I'll have students come in and the first thing they want to do is one of their stand-up birds or a butterfly or even a 12-point star. And I would prefer that they do a flat piece first. And for obvious reasons, you know, because you have to learn some of the basics before you learn the tricky part of the 3D process.
okay, so this one can go any way you want, since
Yeah. So it doesn't have to match up with any of the bevels or anything, huh?
see if I can.
It's the trickiest one. You're doing good, hon.
Okay, that little tack will hold it.
Mm-hmm.
So that line is perfectly lined up, and this line is perfectly lined up.
It looks great.
So now, this one over here's got just a slight gap, but it's still straight.
Yeah, not
So,
bad.
so if I push this over, then that side would fall in.
You don't do that.
And so,
I had someone recently ask me how long it takes to do a box like this. And if I am working diligently, I can probably do maybe 2 sides in a day. But I like to cut all of the pieces the first day. And maybe I don't grind them that first day, but I at least get them cut out. So then the rest of the days, it's pretty easy. All I have to do is grind them and then foil them. So I think it's taken me maybe 4 days, 4 or 5 days to do this.
okay, see this? I don't like that.
Okay, got a gap. What's your solution, my dear?
Swear?
Well, you could, but it wouldn't help. And that's how you open the box. Just kidding. Okay, so it didn't fit exactly, so as you can see, David was able to take off that top just by reheating the tacked parts. Unfortunately, he didn't tack a whole lot together, so it could be taken off easily. Now do you see why I had him do this part?
Okay, now. Now the box needs to be wrapped. Go.
So I've taken the job from David and putting this all together where he has helped me tack. And just a point I wanted to bring out is I started in the middle, or in the inside of the box, getting some, well, I'll show you. So I started by going along all of the edges inside. And then I went along this edge so it would cover all the copper there. And then I used this tool to prop it up so that this would be more straight. And then I'm just working on each side at a time, trying to get it pretty smooth.
When you say so this would be straight,
Oh,
what are you saying?
okay. So I want to have a straight edge here. I don't want to have to be working on it like this, or the solder is going to run off.
Okay, so you're saying you want it to be
Level?
elevated so that gravity's working with you instead of against you.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say that. Thank you.
Well, when you said it, I thought my brain wouldn't understand what straight meant.
Right, you're right. So it's more like level would have been a better word.
Okay, now if you put that inside the Creative Boxer,
Okay. Voila.
then you can actually get it to stand up a little better. You put your blocks behind the boxer, There you go.
Okay, great. I like it.
So that's one reason why these goofy tools are worth the money. You have to pay for them.
Yeah, oh, I love this creative boxer tool. So I'm going to go along all of these edges, and then we'll show you what it's like when it's all finished.